gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is today on Gunner's Profiles. It's a real story about some real shit that really happened. What it isn't is fakery, shaky, and bakery and added preservatives. We're not getting into that, right? We're not telling fucking imaginary stories. The never-ending story. Nah, sorry, Sebastian, we're not doing that over here. You know what I mean? You and Atreyu and all you motherfuckers kick it over there. Watch out. In the Menudo style in direct fashion, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there. Other than it's the young DEGG from PJ Watts. Respect, shout outs. I don't know where you are in this world, if you're still alive, brother. If not, Thomas Gay was a good one, right? We did that. In life, you always have that adversary. That one. That motherfucker you can't wait to get your hands on, right? But then if there comes that one that he's your homeboy, you know he likes you, you like him, you're cool, man, you guys are good friends and everything, but you just want to catch that fade all the time. It's something about the way his mascara looks. You're just like, I want to break that motherfucker, right? This was the case with me and young DEGG from PJ Watts. Now, I remember first running into this guy in the California Youth Authority and Fred C. Nellis, and immediately I took a liking to him. He was what you would consider, just like myself, the class clown. Homie, don't play that. You know, that one that's going to be always making people laugh, the center of attention, always on the spot, quick fucking ad-libs, always got them one-liners. That was him. You know, he had a lot of respect around the compas. He had a lot of respect around the yards. He just had a lot of respect just based on his hood that he's from, a very well-known hood, PJ Watts. But he also had a lot of love from people because of his attitude. You know, he liked to play a lot, and he liked to throw jabs and punches and just fuck around. But at the same time, he was a real one. You know, if there was ever something going down, he was on the front line status. He would throw himself way out there, and he would handle his business. He'd get down like that. And I've seen plenty of situations where he got his teeth knocked backwards. In fact, I've seen his two front teeth knocked out, right? But at the same time, he went behind that motherfucking handball court to get those motherfuckers knocked out. So let me tell you something. He wasn't no punk by no stretch of the imagination. And I liked him. I liked him because it was like a mirror of myself. Only he was an Africano brother. I was brown, black and brown. Black and brown. Utterly united, right? We had a lot of the same characteristics, a lot of the same get downs. We just didn't give a fuck. We were young, rambunctious, trying to prove ourselves, trying to earn our stripes, and that's just what it was. Now, me and him happened to be on a couple of different compas together. One was Kennedy, the other one was Madison. Seemed like everywhere I went, this motherfucker went. He followed me, right? But I remember being in Kennedy. There was an incident that took place there. I've already talked about it, where the guys from Watts, the carro from Watts, felt like if for no other reason that I had fucking disrespected them because I told Bullet from Bounty Hunters, so I was like, shh, I ain't going out like that, right? And I had to fight a whole bunch of guys from Watts. Now, young DEGG was one of them. He was the first one that I fought. Come on, young DEGG, get over here, right? Sauce! I put my fucking fingertips and toes all over him, right? For some reason, he was just that one that I liked to fight. Me and this individual would fight for no reason. If there was people behind the handball court getting down, we'd get all pumped up. Hey, you see that shit? Yeah, you see that? Fuck, you want to fight? Fuck it, let's fight. We throw down just to throw down. Now, I know it seems far-fetched. Yeah, right, gun. That's some bullshit. That's fakery, shaky if I ever heard of it, right? But it isn't. Sometimes, have you ever got that feeling when motherfuckers are fighting like, damn, you want to get involved, but you can't? There's rules and regulations that say that you just can't get involved. Well, in jail and prison and YA, there was rules saying that you just couldn't jump fucking in unless something happened. If a mouth started getting stomped out or something, some scamming that motherfucker, bitch, right? I'm in it to win it. But if they didn't, I just had to bite the bullet. And if the homeboy was getting smacked on, it just was what it was, man. Hey, come back for round two. But with young DEGG being right there and the way he was and the way I was, we wanted to perform for a motherfucker. So I'd be there like, hey, fuck, bro. Look at that motherfucker. So you want to fight? Yeah, fuck it, let's fight. And we'd actually throw down all the time. Now, I have a lot of respect for this guy. To this day, he crosses my mind every so often because he's one of those individuals that stood out to me. He stood out to me just based on, it was like looking at myself in the mirror, only I look better. Spencer DEGG, right? It was like looking at myself in the mirror. He was the personification of a gangster, man, or someone striving to be one. Okay, the way he acted, the way he carried himself, with a lot of respect, but he liked to have a good time. Now, when you're young, 12, 13, 14 years old, and you don't got no fucking grown folks really telling you what to do. I mean, the blackest told us, but fuck them, right? We didn't care what they told us, right? We were going to do what we does, cuz, and on pow, boom, we said it with our chests. We got it cracking there. Now, young DEGG from PJ Watts gave me the whole rundown on the Watts situation concerning the Crips and the Bloods. See, I never knew about Watts. Man, I'm from Northern California. I don't know about Los. I didn't at this particular time. I didn't know about all the areas, but he actually, like I said, we were cool. We fought like cats and dogs, Holmes, but he always gave me the rundown, on some of the history of LA. And what he told me was about, the Grape Streets being from the Jordan Down projects, the bounty hunters being from fucking the Nickerson Gardens, and of course PJ's being the Imperial Courts, if I'm correct. It's been fucking 30-some years, but this was the rundown he gave me. Now, his hood, there was a lot of guys from his hood there. And they used to always, not DP him, Hums, but they'd always give him a regulation, meaning they'd be like, stop it already. Stop acting like an act. Stop JCAT now. Stop fucking with people. One thing that I liked about him was it didn't matter if what his older homeboys told him, he carried himself how he carried himself. And you have to respect it. Now, there were some cases where he played too much. And I'm going to tell you a story about that. So one day we're on the compa, right? And one thing I hated about him was he was full go at all times. There were sometimes I like to shut it down, just relax. So I was kick back, fuck, this is too much going on. Especially right now, there was tension north and south. We're just trying to fucking, where everybody's walking on eggshells, it could crack at any time. So I'm trying to get canteen. Don't fuck it up, right? He was the type to always put Norteños on blast. One thing that he liked to do, he was the first one I ever heard say, he used to say, damn Northerners, right? The Blackers used to be like, hey, why is the TV fucked it up? Why is the TV fucked up? Who fucked it up? Damn Northerners, right? He'd always sit up and stand up and always have to say that. And to me, I was one of those guys, don't draw that type of attention, right? If you want to play and joke and have a good time, okay, I'm for that. But if you're fucking putting the spotlight on us and causing tension and friction, especially in a place that's not our backyard, homie, that's going to pose a potential threat to my safety and security. So I'm trying to live, right? So don't do that. Now, again, at the same time, that was his get down. He kept doing it. Damn Northerners, damn. So one day I got frustrated. And I just hit him up. I was like, hey, bro, you're going to have to stop doing that shit. He said, why, damn Northerner? I said, listen, bro. You're fucking off our fucking program right here, bro. Do you see when you keep saying Northerners, you fuckers don't want to hear that shit? And of course, we're represented to the fullest, and then they're going to say something, and I'm going to say something, and then we're going to do something, and they're going to do something, and I'm going to stab something. And that's what it is. Or they're going to stab something, which they did several times, allegedly. I'm like, look, trip out, just ease down, bro. I like you and shit, but at the same time, you're making me not like you. He felt some type of way about that. Like, if I was trying to check him, he said, I ain't going to let no damn Northerner check me. I said, oh, this motherfucker right here, right? I said, hey, when we go outside on some real shit. See, every time we had gotten down up until that point was on some funnery, some fakery and some bakery. It was on some, we just wanted to fight. Now, there was real fights, punches being thrown, teeth flying, right? It was some real, his teeth, not mine. It was some real shit. We actually really fucking threw them punches. We got down. But it was all love. After we get down, we do the fucking, you know what I mean? We do the fucking whatever it was. We were cool with that shit. It was all love. But this particular time, it wasn't. This was real. This was the real stuff. Eat it. We were about to get down because I was checking them. Yeah, I said it. Filled me up with unleaded. I was like, look, trip out, bro. Stop doing that shit. My homeboys are starting to trip because me and you are cool. They told me, hey, fucking get at this fool. You know what I mean? He's fucking drawing too much negative attention. And he was like, man, fuck them Northerners. I was like, oh, here we go, right? I said, listen, bro. Me and you're going to have to go behind the handball court on some real life shit. He was like, oh, so that other shit we did the other day, that wasn't real life when you hit my nose that way? I said, no, that was fake life. This is real life. This is the real stuff. Let's go, right? So, of course, he was like, all right. So this motherfucker went and told the whole compa. He made sure that everyone, and I'm going to fuck this Norteño up. I want you guys to watch this on correct, right? It's going down. I was like, oh, man, he's putting on Crip and everything, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to uppercut the shit out of this guy. And up until this point, the Crips and the Norteños, we had a mutual understanding. The mutual understanding was this. We didn't rock together like that. There was no fucking bond. There were some C14ers. I've talked about them in the past. They were very few and far between. But at this particular time, we did, at the end of the day, fuck with each other. And if something went down, and we had each other's back, especially on this compa. And Young DEGG was fucking one of the front runners in getting that established. You know, there was Chinaman from Hoover. Madman from 60s was there. Snoop from Hoover. All these good I'd like dudes. Lucky from, where was he from, man? Old man from Carver Park. There was a couple cats from Kelly Park, Compton, Crip. Tragnu. I mean, dudes from Paru. Oh, Paru, they were there, right? Inglewood family. There was a lot of individuals there, but mostly there was Hoovers and A-Tray Gangster Crips. Tiny Solo from A-Tray. Just real ones, right? who was the other one from A-Tray, man? There were so many, right? Shout out to the A-Tray Gangsta Crips, man. They was really holding it down. Man, they was getting it in with the 60s. Now, this day, he told everybody, hey, I'm going to fight the Northerners, right? The homies are like, the what you say? With the S? No, I meant to say the Northern, right? So fuck it, let's go do our thing. Now I'm mad. I'm really upset because he keeps playing us. He keeps thinking that we're just going to roll over, we're just going to go out like that. I don't know what it was. It was all fun, but I started to notice that he was being nitpicky. He was really doing it. He thought we were suckers or something. He thought because we're from Northern California, we're off-brand. That's what they used to call us a lot. Hey, you guys are off-brand. You're from Northern California. You guys ain't about that shit. You ain't about that life. So I was getting, okay, we're about to show you what type of life we're about, right? So I'm waiting right there. What happened is you'd come out, you line up on a wall. I'm waiting right there. There was a placa there. His name was Radio. Back then, man, Radio didn't give a fuck. He let you do what he does because he's probably still on live. If not, if you are radio, you know what's up, right? So we'd stand back ready like, fuck it, let's go. And as soon as they blew that whistle, boom, we're gone to run behind the hammock court, which was cool because on Kennedy, if you were in Taft, which was a lockdown unit, you could actually watch the hammock court on that side and see the fight. The Blanco would walk around real slow on this side, let you handle your business. So like whatever he didn't see, he didn't have to write down. Bam, so we went back there. Have you ever seen that movie, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Remember Leatherface? Sasuke? I was a macabre individual back there, right? Man, I went back there. This motherfucker swung. He was like, PJ's cuz, right? Whoa. I said, Tiger, right? Boom, 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 boom. Like I said, he was a mirror of myself. I'm not going to say I won that fight. I'm not going to say I lost that fight, but me and him got it in. He was trying to get out our dragon. Get over here, Scorpion, right? He was over here like Sub-Zero, right? We got our Mortal Kombat on. Definitely, we did our Street Fighter. Sonic Boom, right? I hit him with the Sonic Boom. We were definitely fucking getting down, and we handled our business. We were sangre everywhere. So I thought you was a Crip. You look like blood, right? We were all fucked up. This is the cold part about the situation. We're tired of the motherfucker, right? I sparked up a meat chop, which was a little half of a cigarette. I'm trying to breathe. I can't breathe. This motherfucker fight, right? We're both tired as a motherfucker. This motherfucker said, I think I won, you damn Northerner. I was like, this motherfucker right here. Respects though, you know, because he handled his business. Now, let me tell you a story about what happened to him the last time I seen him, man, which was very unfortunate. And I'll never forget. It's imprinted in my mind. Sometimes an incident happens in prison or in jail that is imprinted in your mind. You'll never forget. You have to understand it's different in these places. Okay? Things happen that would never happen on the streets and you see them. And for the most part, you're like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? So he got fucking stabbed 10 times. It's normal. It becomes the normalization of treachery and danger. It's just you become used to it. Okay? You're institutionalized. You're used to it. This one I could never get used to. This was crazy. So there was a little youngster there named Helmsley, little white guy. When he first got there, he was trying to claim like he was a Southerner. The Southsider said, no, it doesn't work that way. Damn white guy right there. Like, it ain't gonna work that way. Not for you. Now don't get it twisted, man. The Woods, shout out to my Woods, sprinkle them in. We're about the business, right? This guy was not. This guy was an imposter. Malibu's Most Wanted. Shaky fakery and bakery, right? He got there trying to claim something that he really wasn't, and he was about to get checked repeatedly for it. So it seemed like every day they were taking advantage of this guy. Any type of canteen he got, packages. So I said, we're gonna need that, right? In a Southern fashion. They were showing him that Southern hospitality, the Southern side, not the other side. They were just taking everything that they wanted from him, right? And he was fucking pretty disappointed, but he would just take it because he was scared, man. He was scared when there's 50 motherfuckers taking everything you have. So I was scared that there were some people. Word on the curb was he got a little bit more took than he should have, right? But I remember they used to just hurt this guy. This guy fucking, he would get punched on, socked, slapped, beat up. And it was fucked up, but what could we do? We just watched from a distance, you know what I mean? I used to be like, hey, that shit wouldn't happen if you were on the tier with us, eh? You know what I mean? Get on over here. So anyways, this happens. Well, young DEGG decides, like I said, he plays a lot, to start fucking with this guy too. And it was just like a week straight of him fucking with this guy, picking on this guy. And one thing about this little white guy, man, he wasn't no punk. You know, he was scared. He definitely didn't want to go against the grain with the Southsiders, but he wasn't going to let any other race or anyone else fuck with him. Okay, that's just the way it was. We didn't know that. We thought he was a poop butt, right? But at the same time, this is the way he rocked, right? So he definitely was about that. Well, I remember one day we're in the day room, And DEGG just kept going in. Like I said, he didn't know when to stop. That was his only flaw. You know, he was down. Cripping wasn't easy. He had to do it, though. But he just kept on going and going and going. He didn't know when to shut his fucking mouth, right? So we're in the day room, and there was 2 TVs. One TV played, it was the black side. It's just the way it was, man. It was separate. I know it sucks, but that's the way it was. There was a black TV, and there was a brown TV, right? So we're over here on our brown shit. Esmeralda. We're watching a novela. And over here, Soul Train's popping, right? Don Cornelius is getting his Al Green on. So everyone's over here doing their thing. And there was a fucking, an ironing board that was chained, that was right there. And then there was an iron that was basically chained to the wall, or usually was chained to the wall. It had like a wire on it, and that's where you iron this shit. So of course, all the stars said, here, let's iron my tramados. They would have that white dude ironing all their shit, baby cuff. He was a fucking excellent baby cuffer. You know what I mean? At one point in time, he baby cuffed some pants for me, so I was getting for visita. I didn't know how to act. But that motherfucker was excellent at doing that, so that was his highlight. Free of charge, of course. The wind blew. So he's over there ironing, and this dude DEGG keeps fucking with him. Hey, man, on correct, right? Get the fuck up out my way, cuz, right? He's just giving him the blues, fucking with this kid, right? Well, what we didn't know, and what he knew, was that somehow he had manipulated that iron up off the hinge, right? So that iron was free. Young DEGG was chilling, posted up right there, and he just kept fucking with him. I remember telling the homeboy, one of the homeboys from San Fran, like, damn, fool, this fool don't know when to stop, huh? He was like, yeah, bro, this dude's getting frustrated. He's getting to the point now where we're cool and shit, but we don't even want to be cool with this motherfucker no more. He's just doing too much. Well, we didn't have to be too cool too much longer, because what proceeded to happen, I'll never forget. It's imprinted in my mind like that iron was imprinted in his head. This youngster took that hot-ass iron and proceeded to walk up to DEGG and smash it in his face, burn him, and start to beat him with the iron. Happened. Facts. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. The white guy rebelled, right? Twisted Sister, he fucking did his thing on me. Take me down to the paradise city where grass is green. He got his Guns N' Roses on. Order the Axel and Slash. He slashed this dude, right? The placas were running and smelled like fucking carne, fucking burnt, right? It was bad, man. His hair, because he had a little fro, his shit burnt. It was crispy to the head. Looked like Michael Jackson in a Pepsi commercial. It was a bad situation. Hey, it smelled like straight carne, burnt. It looked fucking worse than it smelled. And we were like, damn, look at how it go. We were proud of him, but at the same time, it was the homeboy Young DEGG, so we were like, fuck, eh, right? Of course, DEGG jumped up after getting burned. He was swinging. He hit him with, you know what I mean, like 4 tigers, but it didn't help. This kid was on him with that iron. I'm tired of getting fucked in my asshole, right? It was different. Now, that situation will forever be imprinted in my mind. I'll never forget it, and that was the last time I got to see Young DEGG. But I just wanted to do this spiel, this profile, basically, response to my boy, man. You know, because I just got to thinking about it the other day. Young DEGG, man, was a real one, continues to be a real one. I'm sure wherever he's at, hopefully he's still alive. You know, there was a lot of guys I was locked up with that either went to prison for life or died. You know, I got lucky. I got very, very lucky. I was on the next one smoking it, though. It was close, right? But anyways, with that being said, shout out to respects to the Warrior, to the Hood, PJ Watts, Imperial Courts, man, respects to a real one, Young DEGG, man. Like I said, he took that L that day, man, but he didn't take very many. He handled his business, like I said, man. We had one of those fucking relationships, friendship, where like, let's just fight to fight. You know, you have that one, but it didn't fade to fade. But we did catch that one fade that one day, like I said, and it was a rather momentous occasion, right? And that's just what it was. Anyways, leave a like, leave a comment. Like and subscribe. Fuck with your boy one time. If you fuck with me, man, hit me with that thumbs up. If not, you can hit me with that thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to struggle and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the coming together of all people, man. Black and brown united. The white guys sprinkle them in. It's all good, man. We were all chilling as young kids. We grew up to be adults, and some of these memories will never fade away. You can't take them from me. You might tear the building down, but you can't tear this heart down, and you can't tear this mentality down. You already know what it is, man. Go out there, move smooth with a purpose. That's called hustling. Go out there and get it for your familia. You know what it is, man. You always got to be with that biz. Anyways, with that being said, man, please hit that like and subscribe. This is The Gun. Bang, bang.